Camille had planned the perfect 30th birthday. She rented a beautiful waterfront hall with glowing gold lights, elegant decorations, a stunning cake, and enough seats for 60 family members and close friends. Melissa, her sister, said she would be a little late because of work. Her mother promised a special surprise, and her father only joked about making sure there was good wine. At 7 p.m. the room was still empty. By 7:15 Camille assumed everyone was stuck in traffic. At 7:34, while standing alone by the window in painful heels, her phone buzzed. It was a short text from Melissa. "Don't wait for us. Everyone's at my promotion party." There was no apology or explanation. A few minutes later, her father casually texted that he had charged $3,800 for Melissa's celebration to Camille's credit card, as if it were completely normal. Camille looked around at the 60 empty chairs she had prepared for the people she loved. She didn't cry. She quietly blew out her birthday candles alone and whispered one word. "Noted." But that lonely birthday became a turning point. At 2:47 a.m., Camille sent one message to the family group chat, a private folder titled "Receipts You Forgot I Had." She added no explanation. Within minutes, everyone had opened it. Inside were screenshots of conversations between Melissa and their father joking about using Camille's credit card, audio recordings of their mother making fun of Camille's sad little party, and photos showing the family celebrating Melissa instead. The pictures revealed something even worse. They had used the same event decorator Camille hired, the venue she had reserved, and the catering plans she had spent months organizing. They had simply turned her birthday into Melissa's promotion party. The recording that hurt the most was her mother's voice saying, "Camille won't say anything. She never does." Those words stayed with her. For years they had been right. Camille always stayed quiet. Not anymore. By the next morning, Melissa had already deleted several messages from the group chat. Their mother quietly changed the chat name from Family First Red Heart to simply Family. Still, nobody apologized. Camille wasn't surprised. Instead, she disputed the unauthorized $3,800 charge with her credit card company, submitting the messages and audio recordings as evidence. Within 2 days, the bank reversed the charge. She also contacted the decorator, caterer, and venue to request copies of every invoice and contract for legal records. Many were shocked to discover the event had never actually belonged to Melissa. Then Camille uncovered something even more serious. One receipt suggested Melissa's promotion party had been paid for with company funds, and the invoice had been prepared by their father. Camille reported the information to Melissa's employer. About a week later, she received a phone call from the company's human resources department asking several questions about the event. Camille wasn't looking for revenge. She simply refused to let her family keep taking advantage of her without consequences. Soon after, the silence finally broke. Melissa posted in the family group chat, "Camille, that was low. You didn't have to involve HR." A few minutes later, their mother sent a private message. "You're embarrassing this family. Fix it." Camille ignored both messages. Instead, she began setting real boundaries. She removed her family from the streaming services and cloud accounts she had been paying for years without anyone contributing a single dollar. Then she closed the family emergency travel fund she had quietly maintained. The balance was $8,420. For the first time in her life, Camille stopped supporting the people who had never appreciated her, and started putting herself first. After closing the family travel fund, Camille transferred the entire $8,420 into a solo vacation fund. It was the first gift she had truly given herself in years. Her next step was even more important. She contacted the bank and removed her father as the manager of the trust account her grandmother had left her when she was 17. From that moment on, he no longer had any authority over her finances. By Sunday morning, Camille was no longer the quiet daughter everyone ignored. She had finally drawn a line her family could no longer cross. On Monday, the panic began. Her father texted first. "Why did you remove us from the family phone plan? Your mother's phone stopped working." A few minutes later, Melissa sent another message. "HR emailed me this morning. What did you do, Camille?" Camille didn't answer. Instead, she called the bank and canceled the secondary credit card she had given her father years earlier, the same card he had used to charge $3,800 for Melissa's party. She reported the unauthorized charges and permanently revoked his access. That afternoon she met with the attorney she had quietly hired 2 weeks earlier. Together, they finalized legal documents preventing anyone in her family from accessing accounts under her name. Before ending the day, Camille created a new family group chat and sent one final message. If anyone wants to speak with me, do it directly. Not through guilt. Not through money. Not through manipulation. Then she deleted the old chat. That night, for the first time in years, she slept peacefully without checking her phone. The birthday they had stolen from her had become the moment she finally chose herself. 2 days later, the only person who called was her uncle Jared, the one relative who hadn't attended Melissa's promotion party. He spoke carefully. Your father is furious. He says you've embarrassed the family. He wants you to apologize. Camille couldn't believe what she was hearing. She calmly replied, I've given this family over $60,000 in the last 2 years. I paid Melissa's rent for 6 months, covered Dad's dental surgery, bought Mom a new phone, and they still abandoned me on my birthday and charged me for their dinner. Jared fell silent. Finally, he admitted, I know. I just thought you deserved to know what they're saying. After thanking him, Camille blocked every number that contacted her only to defend the family or accuse her of creating drama. Instead of worrying about them, she focused on herself. She took a week off from work, rented a quiet cabin in upstate New York, turned on airplane mode and celebrated her birthday the way she always deserved, with peace, cake and no guilt. When she returned home, another message awaited her. Her family had removed her from the Netflix account, Amazon Prime membership and even the Spotify family plan, even though she had been paying for most of them. Soon afterward, her mother posted photos online of a fake birthday celebration. Caption read, Family means never having to say sorry. We move forward with love. Camille wasn't in a single picture. Even worse, they had reused decorations she had purchased herself. Melissa posted a photo wearing a dress Camille had once bought after claiming she didn't want it anymore. Then someone commented beneath the picture, Where's Camille? Melissa replied with one word. Who? Camille didn't respond. She quietly saved a screenshot and forwarded it to the attorney managing her trust. Her message was simple. It's time to change the beneficiaries. Within an hour, the attorney replied. The final draft is ready for your signature. While her family celebrated the image of togetherness, Camille was building a future without them. Not long afterward, another problem surfaced. Her mother called not to apologize but to complain. I hope you're happy. You've ruined your sister's reputation. Camille said nothing. 2 days later, a wedding planner contacted her with troubling news. Every unpaid invoice for Amanda's wedding, including the venue, flowers, and catering, listed Camille as the person responsible for payment. Amanda had secretly used Camille's identity as the backup payer on every contract. Rather than argue, Camille immediately forwarded every document to her attorney. Then she sent Amanda one final message. The last picture has been taken. Frame it however you want. 3 weeks later, Amanda was officially served with legal papers for identity misuse, fraud, and financial damages. The vendors supported Camille because every document clearly showed Amanda had signed the contracts herself. Facts spoke louder than excuses. As for her parents, they never reached out again. Instead, Camille mailed them a framed photo from her new apartment. She was smiling, surrounded by friends who genuinely cared about her. Beneath the picture was a handwritten note. Thank you for leaving me out. It taught me how to build a life where I'll never be invisible again.